it if you have your book there.
Oh, so I know in 3 minutes there's 100 and wait, 60. There's 180 seconds.
Mhm.
So then if it's 3 minutes and a half, I would add 30 seconds onto that as half of 60 is 30. So it would be 210 seconds.
Excellent. All right, that's good.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, that's good. All right, so um, all right, I'm going to write a number on the screen, right? Um, I'll need you to find the square root of that number. Let me see if you have some experience with that. Three whole number, 6/25.
Hmm?
Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can you find the square root of this number?
Also, I'm not sure. I haven't done this before, but what I think you should do is turn it into an improper fraction. So then
Okay,
there'll be 325. So it would be 25 plus 25 plus 25, which is 75. And then
mhm.
plus the 6, that's already there. So it would be 81. And then the square root of 81 is 9.
Okay, so so the number is 80. Let me see. It's going to be 81/25, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I find the square root, you said the square root of 81 is what?
9.
9. Great. Okay, so that's 9. But then don't forget the 25 under, and the square root of 25 is what?
5.
5. Excellent. So that's 9
Oh,
over
yeah.
5. And of course, if I have to take it back to a mixed number, it's going to be one whole number, 4/5. All right. So you want to write it down?
Okay. When it was. I got it.
You're done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. All right. So let me wipe it off so that I have some more space. Okay. So the next question is do you have an idea of simple interest questions?
Pardon?
Simple interest.
I think so.
Okay. All right. So this next question is a question on simple interest. So a certain man invests $5,000, okay, in a business, and is paid an interest at an interest rate of 5%, okay, per annum for 2 years, okay. And so the question is, how much is the simple interest on that investment after 2 years? How much is the simple interest on that investment after 2 years? Did you get the question?
Pardon. Wait, can you say it again?
You want me to take it again?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I said a certain man invests $5,000 in a business at an interest rate of 5% per annum. Okay. For 2 years. So the question is, what is the simple interest on that investment after 2 years?
Wait, so he wants to receive 5% of what he put every year. Hello?
Well, yes, that's what it means technically. But
Would that have to
there's a formula that makes it easier for you.
would that have to find 5% of 5,000?
Yes.
Wait, so
Yes,
do I
that
find
would be one way.
do I find the percent and then times it by 2?
Yes. But maybe I should introduce you to the formula so you would be able to appreciate it better. Okay. So yes, it's going to work exactly like you said. All right. But I'm going to show you a formula for that for simple interest, and you would see that it just agrees with what you just said. Okay. So the formula goes like this: I equals P. P is the principal or the money that was invested times T, which is the time, times R, which is the rate, divided by 100. Now, of course, I'm sure you can guess where the 100 came from. It's from the rate, right? Okay, so this is a formula that quickly makes it easy for you, but it definitely agrees with what you just said. So we would have that I, if I follow this formula, would be equal to 5,000 times 2 times 5. The rate is 5. And then we can now have our 100 underneath. Okay? And okay, so you remember, can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So you remember how we go about it. The zeros would take themselves out, but of course, according to what we have here, the first one under will take out one of the ones on top. The second one underneath in 100 will take out one of the ones again on top from 5,000. So we're now left with 50 times 2 times 5. Now, of course, we already know that 2 times 5 is 10, right? So if we multiply 10 by 50, we would have 500. And in this case, since the principal is in dollars, the interest will also be in dollars. So that's going to be $500. All right. So yeah, that's it. You could write it down.
Okay.
When you're done writing, please let me know.
I took screenshot because I don't have my notepad. I'm not sure where it is.
Okay, you don't have your notepad. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, but you're saving it to your device, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's let me move on then. Okay. So the next one is it's another question on time. So let's see. It's quite easy. I'm sure you'll be able to handle it. So we are to change 4.5 days into hours.
So 4.5 days into hours.
Can you do that?
Yeah. So
Okay, so yeah, how are we going to go about it?
so I know that there's 24 hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
So what
Mm-hmm.
I'll do is 24 times 4, which is
24 times 4, right?
yeah, 24 times 4, which is 96. And
Okay.
then I know that half the hours in a day is half of 12 is, I mean, half of 24 is 12. So then
Mm-hmm.
I'd add 12 onto 96, which would give me 108 hours.
Oh, nice. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I think I mistakenly put. Okay. So it will give you 108 hours, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Okay, that's good. Excellent. All right, so you can do a screenshot of this too. Or let me see if the next one can fit underneath.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the next question is a question on profit and loss. Do you have an idea of that topic? Profit and loss.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, nice. All right. So if I bought 5 books at the rate of £40 each and sold them for £150, what is the loss? Did you get the question?
No. Can you say again?
Okay, so if I bought 4 books, okay,
Mm-hmm.
4 books at the rate of £40 each. Okay, take notes. There's the word each there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I sold them for £150. This is what I sold them for. And take note, there's no each beside the 150. Sorry, I think that was supposed to be pounds, not dollars. Okay. Okay. So did you notice that? Did you notice the difference? I bought
Mm-hmm.
4 books for £40 each and sold all of them for £150.
Mm-hmm.
What is the loss? What would the loss be?
So what you would do is,
Mm-hmm.
since you bought 4 books for
Mm-hmm.
£40, you bought 4 books. So
Mm-hmm.
well, you bought one book for £40. What you
Yes.
would do is 40 times 4. And I know that 4
Okay.
times 4, I know that 4 times 4 is 16. So I times that by 10, which will give you 160. And then
Mm-hmm.
if you were to sell all of those 4 books again for 150, you would be in
Mm-hmm.
100 and no, you'll be in £10 loss.
Okay. Correct. That's right. Okay, so that would be a cost price. Yes. Cost price minus the selling price. That's correct. So, and the cost price is 160, like you said, minus 150. Okay, and so you got, that would be 10 pounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, this question was pretty straightforward. Okay, that's cool. All right, nice one. So the key thing to take away from this question was the fact that um it said, it was very specific about the cost price when it said 40 pounds each, and then how much it sold, he sold it for was 150 pounds, and without saying each, which meant that was the total for the selling price. Okay, that's good. All right, so you've taken a screenshot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay. All right. All right. Just saw. All right. For a pair of shoes.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello, Mason. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry, my internet kicked me out for a bit. Okay. So I said, so I'll take the question again. If Peter bought a pair of shoes, right, for $5,000, okay, so I'm going to the cost price. The cost price. Okay. All right. So the cost price is 5,000. It's yeah, $5,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he sold it for the sale price, or the selling price, as they say, some say, is $4,000, right? The question is this: what is his percentage loss? What is his percentage loss? Can you figure that out?
Wait, what does CP mean again?
The cost price. That's how much he bought the pair of shoes. Then SP is how much he sold it.
The percent.
Did you get that?
Yeah, the percent. Is it 10%?
Okay. Do you want to show me how you arrived at 10?
Wait, is it wrong?
Well, I could check it out, but if you want to share your process of how you got it, I would love to know.
So what I done is
Yes.
I found 10% of 50 on the no for 5,000.
On 5,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what did you do first?
So I found 10% on 500.
Okay, you found 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the question actually wants us to find the percentage itself. So we can't assume 10%. Did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
We need to get to the answer. So it's not like we already have an idea of the answer and then we're using the 10% to find something. Okay, let me explain how we go about it. Now, if this question were like the last one we did before this one, that would have just been a simple case of cost price minus selling price, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it's not that. So the difference between this one and the last one we did is that there's another formula which is given by CP minus SP, which you already know as the loss, divided by CP times 100 over 1. Okay, so let's see. Now that's why I was asking you that. How did you get the 10%? So let's see if somehow we would still get 10%.
Well, I'm not
Anyway,
sure.
so 5,000 minus 4,000. What did you say?
No, my bad. I was saying to my brother.
Oh, okay. All right. So that would be 1,000 over 5,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Times 100 over 1. Okay. So let's see what goes. All right. So clearly, the 3 zeros in 1,000 are going to take out the 3 zeros in 5,000 below. 1,000 is on top, 5,000 is below. So we're left with 1 times 100 divided by 5. Now that 5 can equally work on itself. 5 in itself, 1 time, right? 5 in 100 is 20 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're left with 20 times 1. So the answer is actually 20%, not 10%. Okay. So did you get the process?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No.
You didn't get the
I
process?
didn't. No.
Do you want me to repeat what I did back there?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me undo it. Let me erase this. Okay, but did you see the formula? Do you understand the formula?
No, not really.
Okay, so let me explain it from the top. Now, the formula says find the difference between the cost price and the selling price. Divide it by the cost price. and then multiplied by 100 divided by 1. Okay? So all we're going to do now is just to follow the formula. Okay? So that's what I want to do now. So let me find a suitable pen for that. Okay. Okay. So this is what I want to do now. Like I said, okay, so what's that? I'm not too sure why that is happening. Okay. All right, let me go back to it. Okay. So I have now, what's the CP? The CP is 5,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 5,000 minus SP, which is 4,000, is going to be 1,000. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 1,000 at the top there. Okay. Then underneath, I have CP. CP again is 5,000, isn't it? Okay. I'm having some difficulty doing that. Okay. Let me see if I can do this a bit slower here. Oh. Okay. All right. I'm having some difficulty with this guy. Okay. You can still see my screen, right? Can you still see my screen, Mason?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So let me. Okay. So let me see. I don't know why this guy is acting up. But let me try it again. Oh boy. Okay. Oh. Well, okay. Give me a minute. Let me fix this guy up. I don't know why this is happening, but let me try and fix it up. Okay, it looks like it's done, right?
Pardon?
I mean, it looks better now. It looks clearer now, right?
Kind of.
Okay, let me try it again. So CP is 5,000, SP is 4,000. 5,000, maybe I should just write it there. 5,000 minus 4,000 divided by 5,000 again. Then everything times 100. I don't have any space anymore. So I need to move that out of the way. I think it's because Okay. Okay, I think I have more space now. Okay, let me try this. All right, let's try this now. Okay, so this was what I wanted to write. 5,000 minus 4,000, right? Divided by 5,000, okay? Times 100 over 1, okay? So I just applied the formula, right? Nothing special. No big deal here. All right, so 5,000 minus 4,000, if you take care of that guy on top, is going to be 1,000 divided, and we still have 5,000 underneath, right? And then you have times 100 over 1. And so we're going to take it from the top again. One of the zeros here takes out one of the zeros here. One of the zeros here takes out the second one. And one of the zeros here takes out the third one. So we're left with 5 in the denominator. So 5 can take itself out one time. 5 in 10 is 2. In 0 is 0. So that's 20. So all we're left with is 20, isn't it? So the final answer is 20%. Did you get that? Excellent. Okay. All right. So do you have any questions about this?
Wait, what do you divide it? Do you divide the 1,000 by the 5,000?
Yes, actually I took out the zeros. The zeros just took themselves out.
Oh.
Did you get it?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what I just did back there is it's a division skill, right? Whenever you have zeros in either the numerator or denominator, you are free to take out as many as you can, but it has to be in a situation where you have multiplication and division. Okay, so if you notice, I didn't start taking out the zeros where I had 5,000 minus 4,000. I had to do the 5,000 minus 4,000 first. Then I could now go ahead to take out the zeros when it was 1,000. Okay. All right. So you got it. You're good with that skill, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you want to do a screenshot?
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay. So remember, the question for this is the question here was on percentage loss, and that's what I put back there as I used the percentage sign to achieve that. Okay. All right. So I can wipe off the screen, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me keep the screen like this. Let's see if it's better. All right. So here we go. The next question says in a class there are 30 girls and 45 boys. Find in a class there are 30 girls and 45 boys. And the question says, find the ratio of girls to boys. Okay, you have an idea of ratio, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how would you go about this?
So what you do is like, do you find like the highest, no, the lowest common multiple or lowest common factor?
Yes, the lowest common factor or the common factor. It might not even be the lowest, but as long as it's a common factor, yes, it would work. So, but you know
So
what's
can
really
you?
important in this question?
Mm. Pardon? Hello? Hello?
The most important thing in this question is the arrangement. Did you notice that the question said, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I said the question said the ratio of girls to boys. It didn't say ratio of boys to girls. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
if it
yeah.
had, yes, so the arrangement matters. That's the most important thing in this question. So since it said ratio of girls to boys, that means girls comes first, and that means the girls will be on the left hand side. Okay, so guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a 30 first, because that represents the number of girls, and then I'll put 45 on the right hand side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 30 is to 45. Did you notice I put a colon in between?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the
Yeah,
sign
yeah.
of the ratio thing, yeah. So you are talking about a common factor, a lowest common factor. But really, it doesn't matter whether it's lowest or highest. Important thing is that we are sure it's a common factor. So what comes to your mind for a common factor of 30 and 45?
3.
Okay, 3 comes to mind. That's a good one. What other one comes to mind? I just want us to step up a bit.
5.
5, excellent. Okay, we can work with 5. But let's say we want to push it further. What other number can deal with 30 and 45?
Let me think. 9, 9, 10, wait, 12, 9, 13. Oh, 15, 15.
Excellent. 15 will do the job. Now, did you notice something? The reason why I'm pushing it up, okay, is because the higher the common factor, the faster it would be for us to solve it or get it to the final answer. So, well, if we use 15, see what's going to happen. 15 would go into 30 twice, times, right? And 15 will go into 45 3 times. And you see, can you see it just ends it there?
Yeah.
It's so simple. So the ratio, the answer there would be 2:3, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the answer for this one. Take note again. Important things in this question is the order. Since the question said, what is the ratio of girls to boys? It means girls would come first. And if it had said boys to girls, guess what? The 45 should have come on the left-hand side, and the 30 would have come on the right-hand side. That means that the final answer would have been 3:2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so you can go ahead and take a screenshot.
Okay. Okay, I got it.
Okay. All right, so all right. So I'm just curious now. When you find your notepad, right, are you going to write these things out into your notepad?
Yeah. I will.
Oh, all right, good. Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and wipe off the screen one more time. Okay. All right. So this one is a question on algebra, right? And guess what? It sounds pretty simple, but I want you to solve it as, in an algebra manner. I'm sure the answer will probably come to your mind pretty fast. Okay, but I want you to solve it in a way that one would solve it if it were algebra. So let me show you the question. It's simple. I told you, like I said, it's a simple question. But like I said, I want you to solve it like an algebra question. And
Okay.
I would like to hear what you have to say. The question goes like this. It says 1/4 of a number is 5. And now it says find the number. One
What?
fourth.
1/4.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes. Of a number. Okay. Is 5. And then the question goes, find the number. Now, like I said, I told you, I'm sure you can already guess what the number is. But like I said, I want you to solve this question as an algebra question. So let's say they want to see your full working. How would you do it? How are you going to go about it? You have an idea?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you going to do first?
Wait, so 1/4 of a number is 5. Do I need to find the whole?
Yes, that's what they want.
So how I'd think of it is I'll count it in 5s.
Okay.
So I'll go 5,
Uh-huh.
10, 10,
5, 10,
10,
what next? After 10, what
15,
next? 15, okay.
and then 20.
Okay, so that's how you would do it. Okay. But if you notice, that method is not an algebra method. Do you agree with that? Okay. So maybe let me solve it with the algebra method. So well, we're going to get the same answer. Your process is correct. Counting it in 5s, since it's 1/4, so we'll do 5 in 4 places, which will give us the answer. That's correct. But let's use an algebra method to solve it. So it's going to be, to use an algebra method, the first thing we'll start with is let the number be, well, most people love to use x, so we could just say x, right? Now, the question said 1/4 of a number is 5. So that means 1/4, 1/4 of x equals 5. Now let me explain what I just wrote. Okay, what I just did back there was to interpret the question directly. 1/4, we already know 1/4 is 1/4, right?
Mm-hmm.
The off came directly from the question off. The x is the letter we use to represent the number. 1/4, 1/4 of x. The equals to is a direct translation of the word is. Okay, is. Okay, so anytime if you're going to solve this thing in using algebraic method, anytime you see the word is, just assume that its direct translation is equals to. Okay, so that's what I just did back there. 1/4 of x is 5. All right, now how do we go from here? The next step would be to replace the off with multiplication. You know about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 1/4 of x it still equals 5. And of course, you know what's going to happen back there. The x can multiply the 1 on top of 4 so that it becomes x over 4 equals 5. And then here comes the magic question. Now, you remember anytime we're solving algebra questions, at the point we start asking ourselves, what is the sign here and what's the opposite of that sign, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So what if you were to ask yourself that question at this step, what would you say? What would you say is the sign here? And what's the opposite of that sign? What's the main mathematical sign here? Is it
X.
addition? No,
Oh.
the sign.
Oh.
Yes. Is it
Addition. Addition.
Division?
Addition.
Are you sure it's addition?
No, multiplication.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
Look at it. You have x over 4 equals 5. So what's really happening there? It's not multiplication.
Division.
Exactly, it's division. So what's the opposite of division?
Multiplication.
Excellent. Excuse me. Excellent. So we will now have x over 4 equals 5. So what we're going to do to both sides is to multiply both sides by 4. Take note, we're multiplying both sides by 4, not 5. Why? Because 4 is the number that's directly dealing with x. Okay, so we're going to multiply both sides by 4. So how is it going to look?
Multiply both sides. Wait, multiply both sides by 4.
Yes. So we're going to multiply both sides by 4. So it's going to look like this. Times 4 times 4. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So of course you can see that 4 will readily cancel itself, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now on the right hand side, we have 5 times 4, which is what? 20, which is exactly what you got when you did it using your method. Okay. So remember, I didn't say you are wrong. I simply said, let's see another method, a different method, which would be the algebraic method. Some questions and in some scenarios, you would be expected to use this method to solve it, just to show your skill, or your skill level when it comes to algebra. So did you get the gist of this method?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you can go ahead and do a screenshot.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay. All right. So wiping it off again. All right. So we're moving on and on. All right. Okay, so this one is another pretty simple one. But again, like I said, I'd love to hear your process. Okay. A worker, right, earns 4,000 pounds per month. Okay. A worker earns 4,000 pounds per month. How much does he earn in half a year? What would that be? What would you do about that? Did you hear the question? Hello?
Hello, hello. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mason.
Hello?
Hello, Mason. Are you still?
Hello, yeah, yeah. Hello? Hello, 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 hello. Uncle, you're on mute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Let me go back to share my screen. Okay. All right, can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me take the, did you hear the question?
Yeah. No.
Okay, you didn't hear the question. Okay, so it says a worker earns 4,000. Oh my, messed up. Really messed up. Okay, let me take it again. Okay. Okay, so it says a worker earns 4,000. What's happening here? Okay. I don't know why this is acting up. Okay. Let me go back to how I was using it before. Okay. Wow. Okay. So as I was saying, a worker earns 4,000 pounds, right, per month. Okay. And the question is, how much does he earn in half a year? Okay. So how much does it earn in half a year? So how would you go about it?
So if I know that he earns 4,000 a year,
A
so that
month,
would
per
be
month.
per month. So if I know that he earns
Yeah.
4,000 per month, what I
Mm-hmm.
would do is I
Mm-hmm.
would do for just to make him more efficient, I could do 4 times 12.
4 times 12.
Which will give me 48,000, which is how much he earns in a year. And then
Okay.
half of 48,000 is
Okay.
24,000.
Okay. Okay. That's one way. So what's another way you could have done it?
Another way I could have done it is four times 6. So another way I
All
could have
right.
done it is 4 times 6, which will give me 24. And then I'll times
Excellent.
that by 100, which will give me 24,000.
Okay. You mean by 1,000, right?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
I think you. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes. I think I like that second method best. Okay. Since we already know in half a year we have 6 months, so that would be 6 times 4,000 pounds. So like you said, 24,000. Okay. All right. Pretty good. Okay. That's nice. Um. Okay. Okay. Now, um, let me. I want you to take note of this other question, right? Can I wipe this off?
Yeah, let me take a screenshot. Yes, you can wipe it off.
Okay. 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 Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. All right. So, this question is quite tricky, but I'm sure you can take care of it. It shouldn't be too tricky for you. Okay. So the question says, what is the cost of 60 oranges if 4 of those oranges cost $20? Okay, so
Can you
let me
please
see if I
write?
can write that. Yes, I'll try. Let me try and write it. So, what's the cost of 60 oranges? What's the cost of 60 oranges if 4 oranges costs $20? So, how are we going to find that?
So what I'll do is first I'll try to find out the price of one.
Do you have an idea of how to go about it?
And I know 4 divided by 20 is 5. So that means the price of one orange is 5.
Okay, okay. So one orange costs 5. right?
Mm-hmm. And then what I'll do is 5 times 60. Hello? Hello?
Okay, so what next?
So, and then what I'll do is I'll do 5 times 6. Hello?
Mason, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, my internet is really acting up. I don't know. I was really hoping that we could do an hour, 30 minutes, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we can go through to that time. Oh yeah. Okay, maybe we'll just I will just let's just try and finish up this one, then I'll call it a day for today. Okay. So I would have to let me see if I can start it all over again. So find the costs of 60 oranges. 60 oranges. If 4 costs $20. So you said we'll first find the cost of 1.
Yes.
So 1 will cost $20 over 4, right? Which
Yeah.
is 5 equals 5. Then now that we know what 1 costs, we can now say therefore 60 will cost 60 times 5, which equals 300, right?
Yes.
Okay, that will be $300. Okay. All right, you want to take a screenshot quickly of this?
Okay, done.
Are you done?
Yeah, I took a screenshot.
Okay. Okay, you're done. All right. Okay, so let me see. I'll try and sort out this my internet challenges against our next class. All right. Okay, I might send you some questions to do later. I hope I remember. Sometimes I get distracted by other things. Okay, you don't have any question, do you?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay then. Let me see. What should I just, let's see if okay. All right, don't worry. I'll put I'll put out something on the WhatsApp group for you to solve. But I hope you would have found your notebook by then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you have difficulties with any of them and you can't solve them, when we come next in class, just show me, okay?
Okay.
We'll discuss it. All right. So here we go for today. Let me try and sort out challenges I have. All right, then enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too, sir.
All right.
All right, good night.
All right, good night.